A single hour can feel like two completely different things. 5 minutes before an exam feels endless. 5 minutes with someone you love disappears instantly. So here's the question. If clock measures time perfectly, why does the human mind experience it so differently? Why does childhood feel enormous, while adulthood seems to accelerate towards the grave? This is the psychological elasticity of time. And strangely enough, the answer begins with two ancient inventions, the clepsydra and the compass. Thousands of years ago, human beings became obsessed with controlling uncertainty. To navigate space, they invented the compass. To measure time, they invented devices like the clepsydra, the ancient water clock. Drop by drop, water escaped the container at a predictable rate. Time became measurable, visible, mechanical. But here's the strange part, human consciousness never evolved to experience time mechanically. Your brain does not experience seconds equally. It stretches them, compresses them, distorts them. Psychological time is elastic. Think about your childhood. Summer vacations felt infinite. A single school year felt enormous. Christmas took forever to arrive. Why? Because the brain measures time partly through novelty. When you're young, everything is new. New places, new emotions, new experiences, new fears. The brain records rich detail, and dense memories create the illusion of longer time. But adulthood becomes repetitive. Wake up, work, sleep, repeat. Fewer novel experiences means fewer memory makers. So years blur together not because time moves faster, but because your brains stop recording it with the same intensity. This is why routine quietly accelerates life. The mind uses change to perceive duration. Without change, entire months collapse into emotional shorthand. That's why people often remember emotionally intense years as feeling long, even if they suffered during them. Pain stretches time, novelty stretches time, fear stretches time. Boredom strangely does both. While you're bored, minutes scroll, but afterward the memory compresses into almost nothing. Your brain barely keeps it, and emotion changes everything. In dangerous situations, many people report time slowing down, car crashes, falls, near death experiences, but reality itself isn't slowing. Your brain simply enters hyper processing mode. Adrenaline increases attention density. The mind captures enormous amounts of information rapidly. So afterwards, the event feels longer in memory. You didn't experience more time, you experienced more data. Now think about modern life. Social media creates endless stimulation without meaningful memory formation. Hours disappear scrolling. Why? Because your attention moves constantly, but nothing becomes psychologically anchored. The brain receives stimulation without depth, so time evaporates. This is why people often finish a long scrolling session feeling disturbed, as if time vanished without permission, because cognitively it almost did. Clepsydra measured objective time. The compass gave humans direction through physical space. But the human mind navigates a different territory entirely, subjective time. And subjective time behaves more like emotion than mathematics. Loneliness slows it, love accelerates it, trauma freezes parts of it permanently, nostalgia reshapes it, memory edits it continuously. Your mind is not a clock, it is a storyteller. And perhaps the strangest part is this, the older we become, the smaller a single year feels. For a 5-year-old, 1 year is 20% of their lived experience. For a 50-year-old, it is only 2%. Each new year becomes a smaller fraction of total memory. And psychologically, life begins to feel faster and faster. This is why adults suddenly panic at the speed of time. Not because time changed, but because perception did. Maybe the greatest illusion ever created is the idea that time is experienced equally by everyone. Because clocks only measure movement, the human mind measures meaning, and meaning bends time constantly.